Please watch this whole video before liking, commenting, and sharing, as this is a very important subject and is easy to misunderstand. So the title kind of gives it away. But anyway, I can't wear a mask. Now, this isn't because of some political views. This is because of my disabilities that make it very dangerous for me to wear a mask. You see, I can't hide my twitch. I can't hide my outbursts. I can't hide my reactions to stimulation because of hypersensitivity. Something I have not shown nor talked about on my blog is that I also have seizures, and that with a mask, it's very unsafe for me. This doesn't mean that I have not tried in the past, but it's always ended badly. So the CDC does state that there are exemptions to mask wearing. These exemptions include things like impaired breathing, inability to put one on and take it off by oneself, and communication difficulties, along with not being able to tolerate wearing a mask. All four can be applied to my disabilities. My hypersensitivity does not allow me to tolerate wearing a mask, much less any tight clothing. Due to my sensory overloads and seizures, it impairs my breathing, as I'm often gasping for air during them and have stopped breathing a few times during my seizures. This means that me wearing a mask during such an episode runs the risk of asphyxiation for me. Wearing a mask is also a trigger for my sensory overloads and seizures. Due to this added stimulation, they happen just minutes after putting a mask on. It also is a trigger for it's a trigger for my sensory overloads and seizures due to the added stimulation, and they happen just minutes. The same risk applies when I'm twitching because I cannot remove the mask myself. If that wasn't enough reason for me not to wear a mask, I also have issues with communication, since I hear so many sounds at once. It's really hard for me to focus on a voice. So I read lips a lot. This has made it harder when I'm out and about as well, because I have to use noise reduction headphones. Wear these a lot. I have special pads for them to make them more comfortable. Not to mention how my voice has changed in the past few months. I'm adding this so people understand that it's not possible for me to wear a mask at all. Now, because I'm unable to wear a mask, I have received many instances of discrimination. The most recent would be the worst one I have ever experienced, and I've been threatened because I can't wear a mask. So on December 29th, 2020, I had an emergent neurology appointment. Now, I still need to see a neurologist, as my health is continuing to decline. So I'm very desperate for answers. This appointment was an urgent new patient visit that was necessary to be in person due to my declining health. My mom had it all set up and called the office 3 times to make sure we would be able to follow whatever procedure they had in place regarding people with disabilities who can't wear a mask. During those calls, we were never offered the telehealth visit because it was an urgent new patient visit. We were told that we could just come through the front door and check in and see the doctor, no problem. We even offered to stay in the car and wait for a room to open up and go through the back door, as we did this at a different hospital because this was their procedure. Being told that wasn't necessary, we went to my appointment. At the door, the lady who was taking everyone's temperatures and signing them in, came running to us. and told us that we wouldn't be allowed to enter without a mask. We responded that I can't wear a mask due to my disabilities, and that both the CDC and the mandate in my state both had exemptions, and that we called ahead and were told we were allowed to enter. Again, we were refused entry due to me not being able to wear a mask. We again stated why I could not wear one and that there should be some sort of policy on this. As the Disability Act states, people with disabilities are to be reasonably accommodated so they have equal access to goods and services. I must remind you that this is a healthcare building, which you would think would have policies in place to accommodate people with disabilities. So this lady, I don't remember her title, went to go get a nurse. And the same thing happened with the nurse. So the nurse called security and got the head nurse. A hospital administrator also came to see what was going on. Both of them reiterated what the nurse said. You can't come in here without a mask. When I stated that I could not wear a mask, and that the mandate also states that there are exemptions to the wearing a mask, and that I fall into that category, the administrator leaned down to be face to face with me, which I don't understand, because I don't understand why, because I wasn't wearing a mask, and she was, and if she could get into my face without me wearing a mask, why couldn't I enter the building? I don't know. And asked if I could wear it for fuck. It works. Where I could wear it for a few minutes to get into a room and then wear it when the doctor came to examine me. Now, I can't even tolerate a mask for a few minutes because it's like having sandpaper scratching against sunburned skin and you also have some hives. Not to mention, the added stimulation is a trigger for my seizures. So I reiterated that no, I cannot wear a mask. And why? Her response was that she didn't want me to get COVID. Okay, honorable. I get that. But honestly, I'm way more scared of what the doctors are looking at diagnosing me with more so than COVID. Because as of right now, everything the doctors have guessed and are testing me for is terminal. Meaning I'm gonna die. And it has little or no treatment at all. So with every passing day, the likelihood of any treatment working or finding a treatment is getting smaller and smaller for me. So I told her that I don't give a fuck about COVID. Everything they're testing me for is going to kill me anyway. So if I get COVID, I'm just gonna die faster. Now, this is an exact quote from me during this. And the reason it sticks out to me is that no one other than my mom had any sort of reaction. The administrator stood back up and stated, "You can't enter without a mask." Now, with every refusal of the care I need, my mom asked for a paper for everyone to sign stating that they refused service to me every time they told her no. And they didn't give us any of their names either. After the administrator refused the service after my "I'm gonna die, fuckers" outburst, it had been about an hour of us trying to get to my appointment, and we were fed up. And we were escorted out by 4 security guards. Even though we were backed into a corner, and never left the entryway, and I clearly am not a threat. And my mom was cooperating them in a very peaceful manner. I was crying my ass out because this isn't the first time I've been yelled at or discriminated against because I can't wear a mask. It was just the most frustrating one. Anyway, we went home, furious at the blatant disregard for my disabilities and the refusal of healthcare that I desperately need and I still need. As I stated a minute ago, this is just the most recent incident, and not the only one. Every time I leave my house, I am death stared, threatened, or people attempt to get rid of me because I can't wear a mask. I have valid disabilities that make wearing a mask impossible and dangerous. I'm not the only one who's experienced this kind of thing either. If you're disabled or chronically ill and you can wear a mask, good for you. I can't. And there are others like me who can't. So if you have any experiences of being threatened, thrown out, had the cops called on you, or anything similar, please share your experience using hashtag #ICan'tWearAmask. If you're healthy enough to be able to wear a mask, please share my experience with others. The treatment of disabled people who can't wear a mask due to a disability must be rectified. This isn't okay at all. Please help us change this. Please comment, like, and share this video. Use it to spread awareness that people have disabilities that prevent them from being able to wear a mask. Stop the discrimination and shame of it. And please remember to be kind to everyone, regardless of their abilities or appearance. Thank you.